I just thought I'd share with you how I'm joining all my pages together for my Journal of Stitchery. It looks a bit of a mess, but all it is a large blanket stitch, and I've just got all the pages lined up together. I've got a nice strong thread, and I'm just doing a large blanket stitch from one page to the next page. And the idea is not to pull it too tight. Now, we use this method for Anne Brooks, the fabric book we did, and I really liked it. So I thought I'd use it again for this one. And when I started, I used a double thread. That's why that one looks different than this one. I found that I didn't need a double thread. It's not going to... It's not a heavy-duty kind of book. It's not going to get a lot of wear and tear and things like that. And one is going to be quite strong enough. So I'm just going to do that all the way down till the end. Okay. So that's all my pages joined together. I still have the... Oops, what's that? Oh. So I still have pins in my pages because my pages need joining together that way now. I'll show you what I mean. Like, that is one page, and see how I've joined it down here? And then that is another one. So I've got to join these two together like that. And that's, I'm just going to do a stitch every so often to hold those together. So that's that, they're all joined, yep, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you. Now, if I wanted to, I could insert some lace down the side if I wanted to. I don't want it overly fussy, to be honest. I quite like the shabby look it has at the moment. I've got a couple of bits of lace down the bottom, and I think I'm quite happy with that. Especially seeing as it's a hardcover book as well. So we don't need that one. I've just got a sewing machine thread here, which is what I was using to... I might get a new one. It's what I was... using to sew the actual pages to the book pages. So it doesn't take very long at all. Okay. So let's just flip the journal over and try to think of the best way to sew it. Let's have a look. Because, you know, I'm just going to... That's what I can't take a big stitch at that side, really. So I think it's just going to have to be a small running stitch to join them. That way it's even on both sides. If it's noticeable, it's noticeable. And if it's not, it's not. Easy. So just a running stitch to join my pages. I suppose that's the nice part about using a sewing machine thread, is that it's not going to stand out too much. Make sure I'm catching that side as well. Yep, I am. So, and just do that around all three sides of the page. And once I've done that, I'll go through and do all the other pages as well, and then I'll come back. Hello, I'm back. I'm not quite sure where I left off. I've been under the weather all week, so the book kind of just got put to the side. I did stitch a bit of red fabric to the spine to make it easier for me to attach the cover. Because it's a hardcover book, at some stage glue is going to be involved. Like, that's the front cover. I've thought of it different ways, and at some stage glue has to be involved. So what I was thinking was I'm going to glue that on like that, and on the back as well. And that's my inside cover, and that will get glued to that cover there as well, which was always my intention anyway. I'm thinking if I glue the inside cover to it first, then I know that's in the right position, and then I can glue this to the outside, and of course the back cover to that side, and that will give it enough sturdiness to hold it all together. And then to pretty it up on the outside, I've just got this lovely little doily here that I found thrifting or op shopping, and that's going to just go, and I'm going to glue that on as well, and that's going to be the end of my book. Yep, I'm quite happy with that. I love the red with the old lace, and I've used a bit of red fabric on the spine here just so that it will blend in, and you won't really even notice that there is no difference between the spine and the cover. So I'll be very happy with that. So I'm going to just, I guess, I'm going to glue this to this. Now, this is, it's several layers, so I don't have any problem with glue going through the fabric, because that has, it has the linen, but then it has this thicker linen, this darker colour here over the top of that. And the same on the front here. This has the linen, but then it also has this lovely fabric here that I've stitched. And so there shouldn't be any problem with glue seeping through, but I'm thinking it might be best to apply the glue to this part of my book rather than to the fabric. And look at that, isn't that fabulous? That's a prized piece right there. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, I've got to keep that somewhere safe. Is there any more? Yeah, there might be one on the front there as well. Beautiful piece, that one. Okay, I might just trim that up a little. There we go. Oops. That one's more paper. Very old book. There we go. That should be alright. Yep. Okay, what kind of glue am I going to use? I've got tacky glue. Well, should be fine. I wonder if I can undo this. Oh, my glues have been sat there for so long they don't want to open. There's that one. That one. Might be a bit in this one. I think I need to invest in some new glues. Oh, hang on. Let's just move this out of the way. Don't want to ruin my little mat. Oh, this is going to be slow going. Okay. Well, that's a bit too much, I think. Let me get a brush. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do both at the same time. Sorry, like I said, I've been under the weather. My brain's not thinking properly at the moment. Okay. So I'll just see if I can do both of these. Yeah, there's a bit of a nasty flare going around at the moment, I think. I very rarely pick anything up, but I did this time. My son picked it up and then I picked it up, but fortunately my husband seems to have escaped, which is nice. So of course I've been at home. Haven't been able to go out anywhere. It's like I've been home all of June because my car was getting fixed. Hopefully I get that back tomorrow. And then being unwell. So I've been homeward bound for June, the whole of June. A couple of trips to the post office, courtesy of my husband, thankfully. Oh, and I walked up a couple of times too. There we go. There's more glue than I need on there. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, is it? It's not the kind of book that's going to get a lot of wear and tear. at all. Okay, and this tacky glue is very good. It works very, very well. So, oh, I need a thing for my, where is it? Gone. Of course it's gone when I need it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we'll put one over there, put the lid on. Okay, and carefully position this on there. Okay, let's have a look. Like that. And this, just got to hold that back there. Now you wouldn't be able to fiddle around too much with this if it were paper, because the glue does start tacking off very quickly. There we go. See the red dye that comes off the covers? You've got to watch that sometimes on these old books. There we go. Make sure there's none on my hands before I go touching it. Okay, like that. Yep. And then that will get glued to there. I think we're doing right. Okay. Maybe we can put that there. Let's have a look. And I have to redo that one. Luckily I got that off in time. I'd set that up a little bit too high. So let's just have another go at putting that back page on, shall we? A bit further down. Is that it? think that, because that last page was a bit longer than what the others were, so that looks about right. Okay, can push that down now. Like that. And then this, hang on, I need to, like that. And then this will come over like that. And like that. They're fairly straight. I could probably trim a little bit off there. It's not going to hit any stitching, which is nice. Okay, and now let's try that. Start from the middle, like that. And then over there. That. Oops. It'll grab in a minute. It'll be fine. That's fine. Okay. And then they work fine, those pages just being stitched like that. It's almost got like a hollow, well, not really a hollow spine because they're stitched to the up. Look, see, that was silly, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to leave that for a little while. We shall leave that for a little while so that it will take hold before playing around with the pages. I may need to just add a bit more glue in there too. Might add a little bit more bit of craft glue, that's a bit stronger. Now, as you can see, the craft glue does seep through more than the tacky glue did. I'll put a bit under here too, I think, as soon as that came off. There we go. That's alright, that's alright. That's alright. And this beautiful, beautiful doily. I know there's a little stain here, so I'm going to put that to the back. Yeah. And that'll be positioned. I might position that like that. There we go. Just like that. I think that will work fine. Okay. I just need to, whoops, got a big blob of glue on the end here, so maybe we'll use that big blob of glue just to anchor the centre part. So at least we know where it's got to be. I don't need to glue every single piece of doily down. Just make sure that's nice. Like that. See, I think I put the doily on back to front anyway. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's beautiful on both sides. And they get so old that they end up looking very similar on both sides as well, due to them being like compacted. The actual doily flattens so much that they look the same. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm just going to dot it around a little bit. Like it's only to look pretty. Running out of glue. And I've kind of made sure that the bottom isn't hanging over too much. The top's a little bit more. And that's just so if I want to stand it up that way, I will be able to. I can probably take that off now anyway. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing all that on and then I'll be back. Alright, so that's all done. All glued on. It seems to sit quite nicely. It doesn't need any kind of closure. It goes up a little, but not a lot. We'll have a quick flip through, and then we can just, you know, it's finished then, which is always a lovely thing, isn't it? So I love the old look of the book. That's why I didn't want to cover it completely. Perhaps if I'd have started doing something for the spine earlier, it would have been more elaborate. I'm quite happy with that. So there we go. There's the inside cover. There's my little booklet that has all the monthly prompts and then a rundown of what I did on each page, what stitches I used and things like that. That's just a little... That's the actual real spine of the book. and that just explains me what the project is, that it was brought to us by Rachel, Sarah and their mother, and what it was all about. So I'll put that there. And that is the same thing I put under every video. So apart from links, of course. So there's my title page. Oh, and of course this page here, I put a pocket. It's blanket stitched around, seed stitching on that beautiful fabric there. Okay, so there's our title page. There's our 2 sample pages. And it sits really nicely. There's our first page. I don't know if I can recall off the top of my head what the prompts were. There's my second page. Isn't that pretty? When I look at it in the viewfinder here, it looks just like a little flower garden. It looks so pretty. There's the third page and fourth page. And they generally go together really nicely. And there's my 5th page and my 6th page there. So we're done. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you to their mother also. Oops, hang on. That needs... that glue has been caught up there. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much for this project. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so glad I got to take part in it. And I'm also glad it's finished now. So I think 6 months is a lovely amount of time for a collab or a project of these kinds. Just like the Circle of Friends, you know, it was 6 months and it's just perfect. It doesn't need to be any longer than that. Otherwise you'd have a huge book, wouldn't you? So thank you everybody who watched any of the videos on the making of this book. I do have a playlist for them, and if you want to see how I've made any of the pages, all you have to do is go. They're all very clearly labelled for each week of each month. So thank you so much. I know I haven't answered all comments on all videos, but I do appreciate everybody watching, and I do read all the comments that are left for me. So thank you for that, and I hope everybody's taking care. And you know what this means? This means I'm going to start a new project. But first, I'm going to be putting all my embroidery stuff away for a while. I feel like I've done embroidery for the last two years or so. So I need to perhaps clean all that away and start some new projects, a little bit different. So take care, everybody. Bye.